Hello and welcome to this part 3 of my Germany series. We are one of the best places in the world to live, and we have 1 billion GDP. We are about to be number 1 GDP per capita, and as you might be able to tell by our military dictatorship, we are quite the funny country. Now, in the last episode, we freed That is my thing falling down. We freed Poland and the United Baltic Provinces. We have a 1,500 construction, and we got a funny little journal entry. The first thing we are going to do in the chopping block of today, we are going to invade Tigray. For that, we are actually going to get another general. Look at me go! Haven't been doing that in the last episode. We have got an absent-minded philanthropist. Ah, hell yeah. Now, you might be able to tell that we're currently losing 442,000 a week. Now, that is because, I don't know. Actually, I forgot. It is probably down to our expensive government goods being the tools and the glass. I don't really know how that plays into anything. But also unproductive trade routes. Don't like them. Cringe, I do say. They are already fearful, but I'm just gonna go ahead and promote this little general we got going on here, so he will actually mobilize more forces. I'm actually the number 1 producer of glass. And somehow, it's expensive. Damn! We need a lot of glass. Now, unfortunately for us, the Great British Empire got these guys down here, so we can't actually colonize any further into the African continent. South Africa itself, however, got independence somehow, and I mean, this is kind of awesome, honestly. So Great Britain will get all of these bits of Africa, but I believe we have enough of Africa already. I mean, we are also getting air, maybe. For some reason, the Tigray are somehow inclined to make this go into a war, and the Sardinia and Piedmont are inclined to join my war. I'm now the number 6 worldwide. Best one is still Australia. The Danish are going to Brandenburg. You'll have to see it. Now, we could do a complete 180 right now. It's not a good idea. Simply not a good idea. We also do not own, like, most of our homeland in Germany. Because we have to own all of our cultural homelands. And part of our cultural homelands, kinda on the guise of these guys. And if you can't remember, they won against me. Oh, they backed down. Now, I am doing 10% welfare payments, which is probably why I am dying currently. But can you blame me? And we now have the number 1 worldwide GDP per capita. We finally defeated the British Empire. And the British Empire is just bad. L+ ratio. I can't believe that Victoria of Hanover cannot be a general because she is female. What the hell, Paradox? Considering the Dutch East Indies aren't actually colonizing their little, things over here, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it for them. Oh, we just immediately found oil in German Eastern Guinea. So that's quite nice to see, if I do say so myself. Also, apparently there's a Spanish civil war with Radical Spain. Radical Spain, of course, being a constitutional monarchy, while Spain is a constitutional monarchy. It was over taxation. The civil war is over proportional taxation. That's crazy. That's crazy. Danish civil war, baby! They somehow have an ethno in control. For Schmaus. I can make this guy a general. Clemens Wallenstein. Clemens Wallenstein! Oh, look at him! He's such a Chad. 50 battalions. He sucks as a general, but oh my god, look at his drip. So France has started colonizing both Air and Chad. That's not Air, that's a word I can't say. Anyways, they've started colonizing both of these states so they can get their attention bigger and they have a higher chance of getting them to rise up. Which is unfortunate for me because I've been trying to do that the entire time. If you're somehow willing to count all of these highlighted provinces, be my guest. This is how many turns I've taken. Divide these up by 50. Not divide, add 50. 50 is each. Now, my nation is currently experiencing an engine problem. I don't really know why, but I shall fix that shortly. I'm currently building a lot of rail stuff, but we are also having an expensive military good being oil. Now, where can oil be found? It can be found all over the place, but mostly here in Niger, over here, and in this funny province called Yemen. So, hippity hoppity, your country is now my property. Couldn't actually do that. So instead I will just be, I don't know, the fucking liberating Israel. Or Sudan. Sudan is probably the best choice here. So I just want to conquer Hijaz, but I'm also going to liberate the funny guys. And I'm just gonna mobilize like this guy because they're already fearful. Maybe also my other guy that I stationed in Africa over here. This guy, I'm actually gonna promote him, but again, because he's actually kind of based, honestly. And I'm gonna put him on this front right here. So my hoping is that they will back down, but they could also not do that, which would be a bra moment. The reason I'm invading Hijaz, by the way, is because they are the only one that border the Quasi states that aren't in the Austrian sphere of influence. Nejd has actually sided with Egypt. I do not care. Well, actually, if you're already here, nothing is, you know, saying something against the little old Nejd. The Ottoman Empire sided with Egypt. There's also a Sardinia-Piedmontan civil war. I'm struggling to help them. Looks like they will actually be going to war. I am severely annoyed. They have somehow mind-numbingly put so much on that front that I'm actually a minus 11 right now. Well, I'm going to have to be in 2 wars then. Jesus, why? They have sent so many units. Actually, I despise every bit of it. Gonna have to do 2 naval invasions because it's awesome. It's not gonna matter in any way, shape, or form, because, like, oh my god, it's just, I'm just gonna press, like, this button right here, and I'm gonna get this guy, and that's it. That is just it. They will try to push on both fronts. So, let's look at the battle. We got 80 attacking my 40. Maybe I can win that, but we also got 6 of mine attacking 10 of theirs. And the Piedmont aristocratic revolt. That is just very unfortunate, honestly. Funnily enough, I've actually never seen Victoria 3 run this badly before, so I'm guessing that my ginormous investment pool and construction is just lagging the game to hell right now, and to the fact that I have this equipment in the 1883. But don't worry about that bit. We just have to wait another 20 days for this funny man to land in Hijaz. You like Hijaz? Like jazz? No, that is just simply unfortunate. And just that now their attack here was just very unfortunate. Could not win this battle, which is quite unfortunate if I do say so myself. I really need some generals that excel in defensive strategies. But for now, we have engaged in naval warfare with our state-of-the-art ships against their boats. Look at them go. We've lost 300 men. And our general has decided to land in the north. A pretty good strategy, if I do say so myself, because if he takes the north in this very tick immediately, then the front won't split in 2. Now that is quick thinking, but the best choice would have been down here. Then again, I did send him to Hijaz. I might be a stupid boy. Can't believe they pushed. Colonization of Chad completed because France got air. Pain. I'm going to take the gamble here and hope that he gets this tick before they get their tick. And then he gets to make his way over because, there we go. So they can't be pushing. Now, if the AI were smart, they would send units over to this front, but they are not. So the only real reason I did a naval invasion in Hijaz was to get one of the war goals occupied. Now my 3 war goals are liberating Sudan, conquering Nejd, and conquering Hijaz. Now, I got one of them in my pocket, so this will make them go below 0. I'm going to have to go up a tax law and pay my money. I am going to go up a tax law because I am just not making money. Now, they did actually have to send units away from the other fronts to, you know, man the 3rd front. So we are now actually doing a lot better than we were doing before and are actually winning offensive and defensive battles at the same time even. Meanwhile, France is getting invaded by Britain. That's unfortunate. And we have another sea battle, which is over incredibly quickly because, like, yeah. The fact that it is taking multiple days is honestly embarrassing for the German army. The French had to pay war reps, and so they might actually be able to man the air front. Though I won't get lucky with another air invasion. Unfortunate. Or maybe they'll just get all of that. Even East Sahara. Oh my god, that's gonna be a huge... They're gonna be huge. I would have loved to support them, honestly. And we have landed in the capital. Now, the reason I did this is basically just to create another front and make the AI even more confused about what actually is happening. Now, the very unfortunate thing about this very front is that there's actually the Nedged front that is going to split off. So we are going to send Helmut von Moltke, okay, in advance to this front right here, just to clean it up a little bit, and then be able to support the Hijaz front. So here's a funny thing Mr. Pascal did. He decided it was a good idea to go from this front right here, the perfectly manned front, down here in Egypt. He decided to go up there. I despise him with my very being. But he actually did have a good idea, because the Egyptians are currently going for that. So we are going to recruit a general in the Congo HQ. We are going to give him quite a few men. And these men are going to help him on the Egyptian front, because the Ottomans appear to be sending troops there. Quite indeed. They are only defending, though. They are only defending. Okay, they are now advancing, but they are doing it one tile at a time, so the 26 days this person is going to take are maybe not that bad. They are atrocious, don't get me wrong, but it's maybe not that bad. There is a civil war in the United Baltic provinces. Don't know why. I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, they left my market, the bastards! No, they didn't. Why are they hostile? Why are you hostile? I'm gonna absolve your obligations. No. Okay, I'm just very, very confused. So apparently me releasing Sudan actually released a... And there are no valid targets for colonization in this state. Because we technically have a truce. So everyone else is colonizing them, except for me. Why were you born decentralized? You were centralized! What do you mean decentralized? You are a monarchy! Unfortunately, someone landed in Sardinia, Piedmont, and I didn't notice, and now they're wary of me. Baltic Civil War. Also, my standard living has been going down rapidly, as did my GDP. So, is this the disaster save? Am I gonna send this to Alex the Rambler-Rooney? Oh, by the way, you please don't, actually. You stand by. I'm only giving the people with, like, advanced stats the go-ahead on this one. I have noticed that it is 100% the wage subsidies. God, please go back. Right, that's still 70%. I'm going back. I cannot afford that. In any way, shape, or form. But I got nedged. Look at me nedged. Does you not have a port? You do not have a port. That is just very unfortunate, I'm gonna be honest. See, I've been sitting here, staring at Victoria 3, letting it run for a little bit, and gonna be completely honest, I have no idea what to possibly do. You know, that is in line with the rest of the series. We are losing money, nothing's going great. So, realistically, what is the only thing a man can do when he is out of options? That's right, invade India. Now, this will give me 130 infamy and put me at war with the British Empire. This will also create a bunch of fronts that I do not want to deal with. Now, I could sway Austria-Hungary for some reason. I'm just gonna end our rivalry. You know what? Why would I keep that? And then I'm gonna embargo Poland. Not embargo Poland. We're amicable. But why would a man want India, you may ask? Well, that is though quite obvious, is it not? He just wants it because he has fun. Now, British Empire, 200 flotillas. You love to see it. The British Empire rules the waves and all that. Now, if we look at their actual things over at the strategic regions, you might be able to tell that there's multiple strategic regions. There's the lowlands, there's the North Sea, and there is England. Now, in the North Sea, there was perhaps a distinct lack of flotillas or something along those lines. Like maybe there's only about 30 flotillas over here? Now, wouldn't that be a proper bother? And what if even the flotillas in the home counties are actually worse than the German ones, as you might slightly be able to tell? That would surely mean that something is afoot. Something doesn't appear to be quite correct, does it now? We may lose the fronts, and we may not care. What we really care about is liberating Bulgaria. What we really care about is banning slavery and the British Raj. And because the British Raj is actually a full-on puppet of the British Empire, it doesn't actually matter if I can, like, occupy any of it or not. It just does not matter. So, the only thing I actually need is London. Radical Spain. This guy has a beard. De Wittelsbach. I don't think you're Spanish. Now please let the war start before my country goes to ruin. The Morebi are going to Schleswig-Holstein. Don't know why, my entire country is collapsing. Like, I am really not a good holiday destination right now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Now, war is going to break out over the entire thingy-majiggy over here. The British have started to fight me on every single front. Now, I'm pretty interested on how the African front is gonna go, considering I do not care in the slightest about it. I am technically already losing the war, because I am also technically being slightly occupied. But I don't stand for that, now do I? I have just mobilized Mr. Ernst Null over here, and he's gonna Ernst Null all over the place. He is on his last trip, August Cal from Gerben. He shall not return. He is 68 years old. In a year's time, he will actually be the funny number. So he's likely not returning from Britain alive. The British Raj is actually manning this front over here, which is unfortunate for them, because they are ass. One last hurrah from August Carl. In about 7 days' time, he will be landing in the Scottish Highlands. We have engaged the British Navy. We have completely destroyed the British Navy. We have landed in the Highlands without any, it's just any, like, people, like, trying to stop us. We're going to send in another general. We have somehow landed in 2 places, but here we haven't, like, just, like, not landed at all. We are actually making a unified front. I lied. That is not unified in any way, shape, or form. I feel like me occupying Britain should make, like, a little bit of an impact in the British Empire. I mean, who has landed in Britain and sieged down the Scottish Highlands? Papa has actually done a native uprising, so we can now get even more oil over there. I got, like, actually 2 guys over there. So I'm just gonna recruit a general. Like this guy. Look at him go. He's gonna be mobilized and he's gonna like get all over the place. So we managed to actually clear up a large chunk of this border. The British are sending forces over there, which is very bad and not good. I'm gonna send Mr. Milky on a little old journey. It will take 30 days though, which is less than the British guy. There is actually no one at this front. There's not a single general at this front. We are just fighting like stationed unit. No one is really sure how we are losing this war, but we are sure that we are. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of a funky move. I have just ordered a naval invasion of the British Raj capital, being South Bengal. I have therefore completely abandoned the African front, which, oh no, all they want is war reps, which is unfortunate, because apparently when they only have war reps, you peace out at 25! Now, I am, like, one to guess how they send people here with no port, but they are trying to raid my convoys. Lamau. I don't think you'll be doing that, Chief. I am now sure how I'm losing this war. It is actually because of my high radicalism. Once I win this battle, we are going to be all, supported up. We will not be losing any more morale, and we will be supported nicely in the Scottish Highlands. I like the fact that currently a naval battle, according to this graph, is happening in Manchester, but this was not signed as a naval battle. That was signed as a normal battle. So true. We've actually lost the battle over here in Great Britain. I do not like to see that. Now, there's a very, very good chance that it doesn't actually matter, because I'm currently pushing down into the English suburbs. But we are also landing over here in India. Look at me go. Now, our offense is significantly hampered, because there's actually a difficult landing modifier, which we haven't gotten rid of yet. But we are winning currently. So that's nice to see. You'll love to see it. Ireland has been entered. We are now in Ulster. That was not a good attack, mate. Matey boy. What the fuck? Army boy. What the hell? And the war with Papua New Guinea has broken out. Now they have 10 to our 2. That's not good. I feel like I have every right to focus on not Papua New Guinea. And I feel like I can win a 3-1. Maybe. Potentially. Uh-oh. You really hate to see it when I'm losing to something that has nothing to do with the actual battlefield. Losing 0.84 because of radicals. Because radicals. I'm at war! You shut your damn mouth when I'm at war. So now upon this, I should be occupying the war goal. Now that's a minus 15 right there. Oh, never mind, actually. Oh, never mind then, actually. We have now successfully conquered a large chunk of England and also Wales. There's a good chance we'll still lose this war, though. I love victory. What do you mean I don't seem like it? I love victory. I love victory. Victory, yeah. Everyone's going there. We just got the British Raj, which was renamed to the East India Company, because they're no longer the British Raj. They are now a puppet of mine. And I feel like we have truly achieved world dominance with that one. I mean, we have beaten the British Empire, former #1 great power. We ourselves have become #1 great power. Our people are suffering. And our money isn't flowing. But I see this as an absolute success. Now, I hope you enjoyed this little series of mine. I kind of don't want to say I hope you enjoyed, because it is apparent that you have enjoyed it. And I will see you, yes, you, that is you, hopefully, in the next video. If you want to, of course. I'm not forcing you or anything. You can just not show up anymore. I will be making other content than Vic 3. Like, even Hollow Knight got like okay views for my channel. Vic 3 is just insane. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope this episode gets even a 10th. Let's say a 10th of the views the other ones got. But nonetheless, thank you for your support. I be seeing you, maybe. Bye-bye.